Have you ever stood at your window, looking out at the world, and wondered if it's too late to see those places you've always dreamed of visiting? At 70 and beyond, every year becomes more precious, doesn't it? Every sunset, every conversation, every new experience carries a weight that perhaps we didn't feel in our younger years. Today, I want to talk to you about something that's both exciting and concerning: traveling alone after 70. While solo travel can be one of life's greatest gifts, offering freedom and self-discovery, there are hidden dangers that many of us don't consider until we're already in trouble, thousands of miles from home. I'm not here to frighten you or discourage your wanderlust. Instead, I want to share 7 critical risks that could turn your dream adventure into a nightmare, and more importantly, how to protect yourself so you can travel with confidence and peace of mind. Danger number 1: medical emergencies away from home. The first hidden danger is perhaps the most serious: medical emergencies when you're far from your familiar doctors and hospitals. As we age, our bodies become less predictable. That chest pain might be heartburn, or it might be something more serious. That dizzy spell could be dehydration, or it could signal a stroke. When you're traveling alone, there's no one to advocate for you, no one who knows your medical history, and no familiar voice to call for help. Language barriers can make explaining symptoms nearly impossible. Insurance complications can delay critical care. And without someone who knows you well, medical professionals might miss important details about your health. The isolation of being sick and alone in a foreign place can be overwhelming. Imagine trying to navigate a hospital system in a country where you don't speak the language, while feeling frightened and unwell. This isn't just about the physical danger. It's about the emotional toll of facing a health crisis without your support system. Danger number 2: technology overwhelm and digital isolation. Our second danger might surprise you: technology overwhelm. Travel today relies heavily on smartphones, apps, and digital systems. From booking accommodations to finding directions, from translating languages to accessing boarding passes, technology is everywhere. For many seniors, this digital dependence can become a source of anxiety and confusion. What happens when your phone battery dies and you're lost in an unfamiliar city? What if you can't figure out how to use the local transportation app? What if you accidentally delete your boarding pass or can't access your hotel reservation? These technology challenges can leave you feeling isolated and vulnerable. Unlike younger travelers who grew up with this technology, you might find yourself struggling with systems that locals take for granted. This digital divide can turn simple tasks into overwhelming obstacles, making you feel helpless and alone. The stress of constantly managing unfamiliar technology can drain your energy and diminish your travel enjoyment. What should be a relaxing adventure becomes a series of technical challenges that leave you feeling frustrated and disconnected. Danger number 3: physical vulnerability and safety risks. As we age, our physical vulnerability increases, and this becomes more pronounced when traveling alone. Your reflexes may not be as quick, your balance might be less steady, and you may tire more easily. These natural changes can make you a target for criminals who prey on travelers, especially elderly ones traveling solo. Pickpockets and scammers often target older travelers, assuming they carry more cash and may be less aware of their surroundings. Your slower walking pace might make it harder to escape dangerous situations. Carrying heavy luggage can lead to falls or injuries. Even simple things like navigating uneven sidewalks or climbing stairs can become hazardous when you're tired from travel and dealing with jet lag. The confidence that comes from traveling with a companion, someone to watch your back, share the load, and help you stay alert, disappears when you're alone. You become solely responsible for your safety, which can be exhausting and stressful. Meet Nancy, a real solo travel story. Let me tell you about Nancy, a spirited 73-year-old who had always dreamed of seeing the lavender fields of Provence. After her husband passed away 2 years ago, she decided life was too short to wait for the right travel companion. She booked a solo trip to France with excitement and determination. Nancy's adventure started beautifully. She loved the independence, the ability to set her own pace, and the joy of discovering charming villages. But on her 4th day, everything changed. She was walking through a busy market in Nice when she suddenly felt dizzy and nauseous. The crowds, the heat, and the unfamiliar sounds overwhelmed her. Nancy found herself sitting on a curb, feeling panicked and alone. She couldn't remember the name of her hotel. Her phone was nearly dead, and she realized she had no emergency plan. A kind local helped her find a taxi, but the experience shook her deeply. She spent the rest of her trip feeling anxious and uncertain, always worried about what might happen next. Nancy's story isn't unique. She learned valuable lessons about preparation, but she also discovered that solo travel after 70 requires more planning and safety measures than she had realized. Her experience teaches us that even the most independent spirits need backup plans and safety nets. Danger number 4, medication management while traveling. The fourth hidden danger involves managing medications while traveling alone. Many seniors take multiple prescriptions, and managing these medications becomes complex when you're dealing with different time zones, changing schedules, and the stress of travel. Time zone changes can confuse your medication schedule. Should you take your morning pills at 7 a.m. local time, or when your body thinks it's 7 a.m.? What happens if you forget a dose or accidentally take one twice? These questions become more serious when you're managing heart medications, diabetes treatments, or blood thinners. Losing or running out of medications while traveling can be dangerous. Prescription requirements vary by country, and getting refills can be complicated or impossible. Language barriers make it difficult to explain your medical needs to foreign pharmacists. Even if you find the right medication, the formulation might be different, potentially causing adverse reactions. Without a travel companion to help monitor your medication schedule and notice changes in your condition, you're entirely responsible for this critical aspect of your health. The stress of managing complex medication schedules while dealing with travel fatigue and new environments can lead to dangerous mistakes. Danger number 5, financial fraud and scams targeting seniors. Financial fraud and scams represent another serious threat to solo senior travelers. Criminals specifically target older tourists, believing they have more money and may be less suspicious of friendly strangers. These scams can be sophisticated and emotionally manipulative. The helpful stranger who offers to carry your bags might be sizing up your valuables. The emergency phone call claiming your grandchild needs money immediately becomes more believable when you're tired and disoriented from travel. Credit card skimming devices at ATMs can steal your financial information without you realizing it. Romance scams are particularly cruel, targeting lonely seniors who may be traveling alone after losing a spouse. These scammers build emotional connections over days or weeks, then create financial emergencies that require immediate wire transfers or personal financial information. When you're traveling alone, you don't have a companion to offer a second opinion about suspicious situations. You're making all financial decisions in isolation, often under pressure, and without your usual support system to help you think things through. Danger number 6, communication barriers and language challenges. Communication barriers can transform minor inconveniences into major crises for solo senior travelers. While younger travelers might navigate language differences with confidence in smartphone apps, seniors often find these challenges more stressful and isolating. Simple tasks like ordering food, asking for directions, or requesting help can become overwhelming when you can't communicate effectively. Medical emergencies become particularly dangerous when you can't explain your symptoms or understand treatment instructions. Transportation mix-ups can leave you stranded when you can't read signs or understand announcements. The emotional impact of communication barriers shouldn't be underestimated. Feeling unable to express yourself or understand others can lead to frustration, anxiety, and a sense of helplessness. This isolation can make you more vulnerable to taking unnecessary risks or accepting help from strangers who might not have your best interests at heart. Without a travel companion to share the communication burden, you're entirely responsible for navigating these language challenges. The mental energy required to constantly translate, interpret, and communicate can be exhausting, leaving you more vulnerable to other dangers. Danger number 7, emotional isolation and mental health impact. The final hidden danger is perhaps the most overlooked, the emotional and mental health impact of traveling alone after 70. While solo travel can be empowering, it can also be profoundly lonely, especially for those who have recently lost a spouse or are dealing with health concerns. Extended periods of isolation, especially in unfamiliar environments, can trigger depression and anxiety. The excitement of new experiences can quickly turn to loneliness when you have no one to share them with. Beautiful sunsets, amazing meals, and stunning vistas can feel empty when experienced alone. Decision fatigue becomes more intense when you're making every choice by yourself, from what to eat to where to go next. The constant responsibility for your safety, navigation, and well-being can become overwhelming. Sleep disruption from jet lag and unfamiliar surroundings can worsen mood and cognitive function. For seniors dealing with grief, health concerns, or life transitions, the emotional challenges of solo travel can be particularly difficult. What was meant to be a healing or adventurous experience can instead become a reminder of loss and vulnerability. These 7 hidden dangers don't mean you should give up your travel dreams. Instead, they highlight the importance of careful planning and realistic preparation. Solo travel after 70 is absolutely possible, but it requires wisdom, preparation, and honest self-assessment. Consider traveling with organized groups designed for seniors, or at least start with shorter trips closer to home. Always share your itinerary with trusted friends or family. Invest in comprehensive travel insurance that covers medical emergencies and evacuation. Learn basic phrases in the local language, and research local customs and safety concerns. Most importantly, trust your instincts. If something feels wrong, it probably is. Don't let politeness or embarrassment prevent you from seeking help or changing your plans. I'd love to hear from you. Have you traveled solo after 70? What challenges did you face? And what advice would you give others considering solo travel? Share your experiences in the comments below. Your wisdom could help fellow travelers stay safe and confident. If this video helped you think about travel safety in a new way, please give it a like and subscribe for more content designed specifically for seniors. Share this with friends who might be considering solo travel. Your care might just keep them safe on their next adventure. Remember, age is just a number, but wisdom and preparation are priceless. Travel smart, travel safe, and keep exploring this beautiful world.